Welcome back to Blaze Adams 24/7, baby, where the tea is hot, even when it's not, okay? It's cool to just come over here and chill for a few minutes. So what I'm talking about today is Khloe Kardashian, okay? Yeah, this is Khloe. I have not talked about the Kardashians as much as I probably would want to, but we're going to talk about them today. Khloe Kardashian is in headlines yet again regarding Dream Kardashian, who's daughter to her brother Rob, as well as Angela White, aka Black Chyna. You guys may or may not remember their reality show, Rob and Chyna, but it sparked a whole lawsuit, Black Chyna versus the Kardashians, and it was a whole thing. So let's talk about what they're saying in today's news about Khloe. This is from BuzzFeed. They say that Khloe Kardashian said it's important for Dream to have, quote, a great maternal influence. As she admitted, she's basically a third parent to Rob Kardashian's daughter with Black Chyna. In quotes, it says, I do not have a relationship with Dream's mom. It's hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars. So with regard to that, Chyna, or Angela, as I like to call her today, she had every right to sue these people. She and Rob had the reality show, which was a source of income, right? And the Kardashians that she sued, the mama and some of the sisters, basically were trying to sabotage the show, and eventually did. So, I don't know the details. I never really read like the court documents or anything, so I can't speak on that. But just to say that she wasn't in the wrong to file suit against these people. They would have done the same had they had the receipts they needed to do so. Okay. They say throughout Dream's life, fans have noticed that she's regularly at Khloe's house and that they enjoy quality time together. That is often documented on social media. And that is true. I've noticed it from the start. You can see this is one of the earlier pictures, and Dream is so cute. But Khloe seems to me to have been flaunting her, in my opinion, to Chyna or Angela. It's well documented that Khloe had a problem with Chai from the start, okay? It was documented on their reality show episode where I think Rob was staying with Khloe. He had Chyna over there. Anyway, she had a lot of venom towards Angela. Seemed like for no reason, maybe just her reputation. But you got to realize that Kylie is the problem here, not Angela. Angela, at the time, Black Chyna, was friends with Kim. That's how she met the family. At the time, she and Tyga, rapper Tyga, and they had their son, King, at the time was just a baby. I think she relocated to LA to be with Tyga and met the Kardashians through Kim. And then Kylie just, I don't want to put it on Kylie. It was Tyga. He was, matter of fact, I think she was only like 14, 15 at the time. And he's quite older. Like, he should have known better. But they supposedly met at Kendall's 16th birthday party, which this is when Chyna and Rob supposedly met. But this is the same time that Tyga met Kylie. And Kylie had no shame in her game when it came to Tyga. She literally broke up that family. So after meeting Rob at that same party that Kylie and Tyga met at, Kendall's 16th, okay, they years later ended up linking up. And she said Rob was hitting her up, okay? And we got to keep in mind that Rob, he don't even like his family, okay? So if anybody was getting a lick back, it was Rob, knowing that they had this, hatred for whatever reason for Angela. And I think it was more so to try to protect Kylie and her good name, child, because she's the one that looks really bad in the situation. She was the homewrecker. So Kim had to, distance herself. It was just too much. And, again, years later, she had Dream. She and Rob didn't work out, but Dream is here, and she's a beautiful child, and now Khloe seems to have commandeered her. Okay. Khloe seems to come across as just this adoring aunt to Dream, right? She got her with her daughter True all the time. She says they're best friends, and they clearly spend a lot of time together. Now, the argument on social media after Khloe made these statements, and I guess it's on the upcoming episode of Kardashians on Hulu, where Khloe said something to the likes of, I do feel like a co-parent, or, and then really it's Scott who is egging this whole conversation along, and also shading Chyna and Rob, to be honest, as parents. So it's just real messy. And of course, when you have mess, the blogs will definitely come in and scoop up the scoop. So that's why we're here. Okay. So it says, but while Khloe has an undeniably strong bond with her niece, the same cannot be said for her relationship with Dream's mom, Black Chyna. Chyna and Rob endured a rocky on and off again relationship that began in 2016 and ended the following year. Much of their romance was documented in the E! reality show Rob and Chyna, which only ran for one season. There we go, see? And that's because, as Chyna said, the family interfered. In 2017, Chyna sued Khloe, as well as her sisters Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner, and their mom Kris Jenner, alleging that it was their actions that led to the cancellation of the series. She was suing for millions of dollars in damages and claimed that Rob's family had intentionally thwarted Rob and Chyna's success and pressured the network to cancel it. During the trial, each of the Kardashians took the stand and accused Chyna of being physically abusive towards Rob, as they maintained that they were concerned for his well-being throughout the tumultuous relationship. Wow. They alleged that Chyna had strangled Rob with a cell phone charging cord, hit him with a metal rod, pointed a gun at his head, and threw a patio chair at his car. Chyna denied strangling Rob with the cord and pointed the gun at him. Network executives also testified that the reason the show wasn't renewed was actually due to the breakdown of Rob and Chyna's relationship, and in May 2022, a jury ruled in the Kardashians' favor. While discussing the trial in season 2 of the Kardashians, Khloe pointed out how much time Dream spends in her care while her mom is suing the family. She told Kim, while she's suing us, Dream's at my house. And see, she shouldn't have said that. I realize, that's normal talk, but when you're being filmed for a TV show, you're being filmed. I know they say you forget your own camera because you become acclimated to it. It's just comfortable for you, and you just start talking like normal. So, but it was reckless of her to say something like that. And I hope she's not forcing this relationship between these girls. I mean, I'm sure they're close. I mean, they're young and innocent. So obviously, they're going to bond. But I just hope she's being treated fairly. That it's real love and not some BS. That's all. Because this is a child after all. Or children. They're so cute, though. Chyna seemingly responded to this jab earlier this year when she said she cannot control if Khloe is watching Dream while in Rob's custody, which she said they split 50-50. Exactly. That's the whole thing. She has 50-50 custody, and if Rob is supposed to have his daughter, but instead she's with Khloe, whose fault is that? That's when he has his daughter, she added. And now in this week's episode of the Kardashians, Khloe has given some more insight into her relationship with Dream and admitted that she feels like the little girl's third parent. Another foot in the mouth comment. I will say that Dream seems comfortable with Khloe versus with her grandmother, Tokyo Toni. There's video of Tokyo Toni. I'm going to have to throw it in here. Interacting with Dream. And Dream seemed very nervous. I don't know if it was a recent video, but it did come from Tokyo's account. So let me just tell you what's being said because the sound won't transfer. So Dream is telling Alexa to stop talking because she's seeing that it's upsetting her grandmother. And then she says that her mother wants to know if Tokyo wants to go with them to the Guitar Center. But you can see the demeanor. Anyway, just to say that there is a difference in the demeanor of the child. Like, you can tell when a kid is nervous or uncomfortable. And in these pictures, at least, she looks very comfortable. Khloe, she probably tell Khloe off, child. Okay, she also said that it's important for her niece to have a great maternal influence in her life, with no matter where she gets it from. And see, that right, them is fighting words right there. Fighting words for real. But she is so cute. She gonna be something else when she grows up too. I know she's smart. Let's see. At the beginning of the episode, Khloe can be seen planning Dream's 6th birthday party with Rob over the phone. And I'm gonna say this. I'm pretty sure Chyna also gave her a party, because what it appeared when I saw the preview is that this is her only birthday party. But I'm pretty sure this is not her only party. Speaking in a confessional, she says of Dream, Rob does such an incredible job with her, and I'm just there to help whenever he needs. Rob and I are crazy close to one another. We've always been. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have some real secrets they keep between each other too. Look how she's manhandling him in this picture, even when they're kids. All right. Khloe then references the lasting damage that Chyna's court case had caused, confirming, I do not have a relationship with Dream's mom. It's just hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's all they care about is the dollars, child. Later, other members of the family are visibly in awe of Khloe's efforts at the lavish party, with Kris telling viewers, Khloe really is incredible. She's the best mom, loving and nurturing and supportive and caring. And she's firm and she's funny. If you have Khloe for your auntie, you'll probably be the luckiest little kid in the universe. Wow. Way to gas her up. You know, Khloe's on the market now, technically single. And thing is, she has her own young child, younger than Dream and True, a son who she claims to not be able to bond with because she had him be a surrogate. I mean, now she's raising a young black man, okay? And she don't know how to bond. And it's being televised and documented that she's not bonding. So one day this kid could see this. But this thing goes on. And impressed, Scott Disick spoke to Khloe about all that she does for Dream, telling her, you take care of so many people. I just can't believe you're basically somewhat of a co-parent to Dream. You're more than an aunt. And he is so messy, though, Scott, for that. Sometimes Scott is a refreshing change in the scenery on the show, you know. But lately, he's just seemingly a paid bootlicker, or, you know, a paid extra on the show, a prop even. But, you know, they've always been close. People speculated that Khloe and Scott had something going on. But I think that the people who had to build themselves up with the Kardashian name and those affiliated because of Kim and the empire that she initially built, I'll even give Kris that, because I don't think without Kris there wouldn't be a Kim, right? But with the empire built off Kim's back, okay, they had to either step it up or step off. This, and I'm sure Kim told this to them straight up. Like, you're all not going to mess up my brand if you don't want to be on the show. Because Khloe used to look like, you know, she didn't look like she looked today. This is a different Khloe. Khloe back then, when this stuff first started, and we first started getting glimpses of who these people were, she was a whole different beast. And I'm saying beast literally, okay? But Kim wasn't having it. So you see Khloe glowed up. And when Khloe glowed up, that's when she and Kim, they bonded. And she more so distanced from Kourtney, which is why Kourtney is so venomously bitter towards Kim. Kourtney has always been jealous of Kim. I don't care what nobody says. Kourtney, the older daughter, the oldest of all the kids, was pissed when Kim was born. So imagine Kris getting this new daughter who's so beautiful. And not to say Kourtney isn't or wasn't, but Kim just has that. It's just she has a different it factor in the face. You know, Kris probably was enamored with Kim and didn't give Kourtney the same energy, I feel like. And then as the more children were being born, Kourtney kept getting pushed to the back. That's why Kourtney expressed so much, and I'm going to put hate in quotes. I don't believe it's real hate. But there was an episode or two of them trying to work through Kourtney's anger towards Kris. It was like this hate. She claims it's no longer there. I think it was mentioned on the last episode. But I'm just saying, people who want to defend Kourtney when all her shenanigans and fits that she has, they don't see through the BS. You cannot say, I don't want to be dealing with this and I don't want to be, my whole life to be this and the cameras and all that. But then when your life is going the way you want it to go, which is great. She turned the wheel and went down a different path for herself and has Travis and a whole new family and unit. And she's about to have a baby with Travis, all this great stuff. She also has some business brands and things going on for herself. Fantastic. But again, now that things are going your way, you're good to go. You're fine with the cameras being in your home, in your face. You want a spin-off show about your pregnancy and all of that, I'm hearing. And on top of that, you still can't be happy for your sister. Still can't be happy for Kim getting the Dolce and Gabana directorship. Like, why are you mad? So what? You've had a relationship with them for 5 years and they hosted your wedding, and come to find out they paid or they sponsored, I'll say, your wedding. It was a business relationship. But at the same time, and at the end of the day, Kris is the one with the original relationship with these people. It is Kris who established these business deals and partnerships. So why are you mad at Kim for getting her bag and for challenging herself and doing something that she would never dreamt of having done? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's such a hater move. Child, I've been waiting to say that for so long. But anyway, back to Khloe and Dream and all this stuff. This article continues on from BuzzFeed. They're saying probably more than an aunt, just a third parent. Khloe replied to Scott, and she jokingly called herself the third wheel. To which Scott said, "You're like the wheel that makes the cart move." As if to say, if Khloe wasn't there, nothing would be happening with Dream. Like, she'd just be some stagnant kid with no love and no life. I think that's crazy. Further reflecting on her and Dream's relationship in a confessional, Khloe says, "I feel like I'm a third parent for Dream. I do know how important it is for Dream to have a great maternal influence, whether that be from me or her own mom or whoever. It's important, and wherever she gets it from, she gets it from." See, that is so foul of her to say. First and foremost, it's not or this person or this person. It's and. How about that? How about she's getting it from her mom? She's getting love from me. She's getting love from my family, whatever. Like, why would you need to say or and then come back later, which she has done. We haven't gotten there yet, to say, oh, and I didn't mean it. She's trying to retract some of these things. These people have no self-awareness about themselves. They have no idea about how they come across. It's crazy. She said, "Dream is one of my babies too, just like all the rest of them. And I absolutely love being a mom to people." She said, "I love mothering people. I don't know if they like that or not, but it's in my blood just to be a mom. I wouldn't have it any other way." So she keeps trying to claim this motherhood over Dream. Cut it out. That is so sick. It's some weird competition Khloe is having. I mean, who are you competing with, Khloe? Khloe's party for Dream came just 4 months after she welcomed her child with Tristan Thompson, a son called Tatum. The two also share 5-year-old daughter, True. I mean, she has a beautiful family and all. I just feel like for her, it has always been a competition. She went from this to that, okay? And, it's a huge glow up for her. And I feel like the relationship with her children's father, Tristan, has embarrassed her in the media, has made her a public spectacle. And so because of her insecurities about her looks, on top of the way she's been publicly treated by this man who supposedly loves her, he was wanting to marry her, supposedly he has these children with her, yet he still cheats and does to the most degrading levels. Okay, but because of these things, I think that she took it upon herself to compete with everybody around her, including Kim, including Angela, all the sisters. You know, she's just like now the thinnest, and the most poised, and she's tall and she's model-esque yet mature, but she doesn't look like herself. I mean, she looks good. I'm going to give it to her. And listen, no hate on Khloe or Kourtney. It's just that the flaws, I just don't like to see the things for as they are, and then they try to represent them as something different in the public eye. It's like they think they're smarter than people or something. It's like, no, we really kind of see all through this. It's ridiculous. So it says, meanwhile, Khloe offered long-term Kardashian fans an exciting glimmer of hope as she teased that Rob would make a grand return to their screens one day soon. Interesting. So Rob is trying to get himself, mentally prepared and obviously physically as well to be in the public eye again, to be back on camera. Because as we know it or have been told, he's basically a hermit, which is why Khloe has to take Dream out and make sure she's socializing within the family. And, she benefits, I think, for the fact that she and True are so close in age and they're best friends, as she says, because that helps True as well. Children who make bonds like this at young ages, they gain strength in a lot of areas in their characteristics. You know what I'm saying? And, mentally, physically, emotionally, it benefits a child to have these loving bonds. So it's a great thing. I just hate for it to be, at the end of the day, someone being used, especially a child. It's not fair. It's not right. And Khloe needs to stop competing with everybody and just look in the mirror. Okay. She getting cancerous lesions on her face and all of that. She's skinny to the bone. She's stressing out. That's all this is. They're saying here, despite being a regular in early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Rob started to retreat from the public eye in 2013 and hasn't appeared in his family's reality shows for several years. I do think Rob would come back to the show, Khloe tells producers in this week's episode. He talks about it a lot, he does, but I do know Rob has been through a lot personally. He says he literally the best dad I know, and I'm so proud of him for that. And I know that he's just feeling really good about himself, and I'm happy for him. She goes on, so I have faith that soon he'll be back on the show. Wow. So the measurement for his well-being is whether or not he's going to be on the show or not. These people are something else. So Khloe, this thing has blown up on social media today, and Khloe, she's already in defense mode and already putting out statements. I don't even want to read those statements, but they're on her Instagram, and she's basically just saying, you guys got it all wrong. She barely mentions Chyna throughout her statement, but she does say at the end of the day that Chyna's doing the best that she can. And I don't know if I really like that either, the way that she worded that. But she said she as well, and, everybody are doing the best that they can. But I think she could have done better than that. At the same time, I also think she should just kept her mouth shut. She shouldn't be discussing her relationship with Dream and this whole thing around her party and all that stuff. But they have to do it for the ratings. They need the ratings. They need to stay on air and stay relevant and stay as they think they might be on top. I don't know that they're on top. I kind of see them slowly fading out at some point. So Rob, if you're going to come on the show, now will be the time, because we don't know how much more time that they have. Okay, by the time you're ready, Rob, nobody's going to care. I think it's fair to say that Angela has had the last word on the matter. It's been reported that she responded to all of this hoopla and said that it's all love and positivity. And I think that's the best way to end the conversation. And Angela herself has gone through a spiritual transformation. She was baptized and she has turned a new leaf, it seems. And with that, it's all love and positivity, like she said. So I think that's all I got. Like, share, subscribe. Till next time. Bye.